Before Jesus went to the cross, before he breathed his last breath, before he rose from that grave, there were things he said over and over that he needed his followers to never forget. Not preferences, not suggestions, warnings and promises so critical, he repeated them until they couldn't be missed. And 2,000 years later, we've forgotten most of them. We remember the miracles. We remember the parables we like. But the words Jesus repeated the most, the ones he emphasized right before leaving this earth, those are the ones we've let slip through the cracks. Today, we're bringing them back. Here's what Jesus never wanted his followers to forget. The first thing, love is the proof of discipleship, not just a feeling you carry. Jesus didn't say the world would know we're his followers by our doctrine, our church attendance, or our knowledge of Scripture. He said in John 13:35, "By this everyone will know that you are my disciples, if you love one another. Not if you're right, not if you win the argument, if you love." That was the mark he wanted burned into our memory. And it's the one we've replaced with everything else. The second thing, apart from him, we can do nothing of eternal value. John 15:5. Jesus says, "I am the vine, you are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. Not you can do less. Not you'll struggle a little. Nothing." This was Jesus dismantling self-sufficiency before it even had a chance to grow in his followers. He knew we'd be tempted to rely on our own strength, our own strategy, our own willpower, and he needed us to remember, apart from him, it's empty effort. The third thing, he never called his followers to comfort. He called them to go. Right before ascending, his final instruction wasn't, "Settle in and enjoy the blessings." It was the Great Commission. Go and make disciples of all nations. Jesus knew comfort would become the biggest competitor to obedience. He needed his followers to remember that faith was never meant to stay contained. It was meant to move. The fourth thing, suffering for his name wouldn't be the exception. It would be expected, and he would never leave them in it. John 16:33. "In this world you will have trouble, but take heart. I have overcome the world." Jesus never promised an easy road. What he promised was his presence on that road. He wanted his followers to remember both halves of that verse, not just the trouble and not just the victory, but the truth that he's already overcome what's coming for you. The fifth thing, this isn't the end of the story. He is coming back. Jesus told his disciples plainly in John 14:3, "I will come back and take you to be with me, that you also may be where I am." This promise anchors everything else. Every trial, every weight, every unanswered question finds its context in this one truth he never wanted forgotten. This life is not the final chapter. Here's the hard truth. We don't forget these things because they stop being true. We forget them because life gets loud, and slowly, the noise crowds out what Jesus repeated for a reason. He didn't say these things once and move on. He said them again and again, in different settings, to different people, because he knew exactly how easily we'd let them slip. So today, don't let his words fade into background noise. Love like it's proof, not preference. Remain in him like your life depends on it, because it does. Go. Don't just stay comfortable. Expect the trouble, but hold on to the victory. And never forget, he is coming back. These aren't just verses to admire. They're the words Jesus needed you to carry. Long after the sermon ends, long after this video is over, long after today. So don't just watch this and move on. Remember what he never wanted you to forget.